the streaming, the video. How do you welcome? How do we welcome people? Hello, hello, plebeians.
Yeah,
What do
this
we
is
do here? We just jam, flow,
yeah,
flow.
so I want to share that like the biggest thing about these experiences or these meetups every morning are just to really open up a conversation of creativity, of possibility, of vulnerable expression where we can really, share in our on our what we're doing, what's going on in the world, but most importantly, find solutions. Because I think that when we can co-create or communicate our authentic, most precious truth from within, from each other in an
Mm.
open forum, and more people are listening. I was just sharing, that we can start to reflect our own opportunities inside of ourselves. So it's like before we jumped on, you were sharing about trust, and it's like, oh, how can I deeply even more trust myself? So I think that whenever we're listening to other people, it's like, what can we do to reflect and take responsibility of what's happening in our own lives, so that we can move the needle forward in the way that we want to co-elevate, co-create. Because at the end of the day, we all want the same thing. I think, from my perspective, everybody is really has this deep desire to live out their potential and follow their dreams. So it's like, well, why don't we just help each other? To me, it seems like a no brainer, but it seems like
Yeah, it's obvious, obvious, but difficult to see somehow, or it was difficult.
but yeah, I mean, I think
Yeah.
that this is a fascinating concept because people, they talk about wanting to help the future or like change the world and do all of this stuff, and it's really not about changing the world. It's about changing your worldview within yourself, from my perspective again, so that then you can see how you can help others, like work together, how you can bring people together. At least, again, this is my perspective. I've always wanted to put people together since I was a kid. Um, but yet it's so fascinating because I've spent almost 7 years traveling the world and almost being pushed away from so many different communities because I wanted to bring people together. It's fascinating to me. It's like, people, you come up with these ideas of like, hey, let's do this, or let's create this, or let's make this happen, and they look at you like, okay, crazy person, and um instead of seeing like the creativity or the artistic expression or like the hunger to want to make things better, or like figuring things out together as a co-creating, it's like, no, 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 you just go in the corner and figure it out by yourself, which has been fascinating. So I guess that's what
Mm,
I've been doing. Yeah.
it's so cool. Yeah. So we open doors for people to jump in sometime, or we just continue building the world we want to live in. I guess that's what we do here. Connecting bridges, bringing people, connecting, yeah, countries, uniting the world in some ways, if it's not united. And yeah,
Well, I think that's the thing is like we're already so united, where it's such a mind construct, right? Like the interconnection
oh,
of like the illusion where people think that we're not interconnected is fascinating.
yeah,
Uh,
yeah. We cannot
and
not to be. That's the fundamental.
right, right.
By default, we are. By default, we are
Just
connected.
just by being here right now, like we're already so interconnected with the whole entire planet, and um, I think that's the fundamental thing. As long as you're making yourself happy, uh, then you're able to make a greater kind of impact. So it really is about, just taking that time to find it within yourself, I guess.
Mm.
Took me a long time.
Yeah, and you know that's the beauty, you know, like recognizing those patterns in others allows me not to be judgmental on, like, I understand. I was in those spaces. I was in those beliefs. I was in those stories, in those perspectives, in one or another way. I'm not saying exactly, or like I think we all are authentic and we're living in authentic universes. And what you said earlier about trust is trusting in oneself more. And I wanted to say something and I can't find the thing what was coming through. But yeah, whatever, it went somewhere. Um, dreaming. Like, yeah, what I wanted to say by changing ourselves, I for me, by changing my beliefs, my perspectives, my judgments, looking in myself why I have judgments and so on and so on. And it changed the world I'm living in, for sure, big time. Uh, the community around is beautiful. The intentional community, I could call, you know, and that we unite everyone. I feel like it's just intentional. We are here to build and create magic and liberate, again, probably just minds of people, because everything is so illusion, right? Like even the government is an illusion, the power structure is a illusion, the um and yeah, the breaking out of those beliefs and seeing the possibility, seeing the potential of liberating and taking responsibility for oneself, and first of all for oneself, and then leading, being the example, dreaming big, and experiencing how the magic works and how the people show up in the real time, how the things starts coming together by just expressing the dream loud. Yeah. Uh, it's just activates. It's a spell, and also it changes the belief for me. You know, like that. No, like we are way more connected, and we are way more collaborating, and we are way more generous as a human, generous as I would think in my past. So the generosity shows up, the contribution, co-creation,
Well,
and
I
it's so cool to create together, because then it's fun. Like we can have a good adventure. We remember stories. We laugh. There is no falls. Literally, everything becomes a inspiration and lesson, and just how can we make it better?
I think that this is something that do you think that this is something that has been around for such a long time but is just becoming to be more recognized by more people now?
Yeah, like the collaboration and co-creation and aiming for the same, like operating from the same principles.
Right.
Yeah, I think there. So Bitcoin is nothing new, right? And is the same principles, is nothing new in at least on this planet, for sure. I'm pretty certain that we had technology that helped us to liberate our integrity and step out of the matrix of chasing and thinking that there is a scarcity on this planet of anything.
Right.
So we're living already in abundant reality. What I think Bitcoin brings is a missing piece, is the communication based on values. So we for me is my Bitcoin is my energy. It's my wealth stored inside my mind, which is also in others people's mind, and at the same time it's in technology. But fundamentally, is technology is just a vehicle, but operating system happens between me and you. We operate, and the value exchange is going on here right now in this very moment as well. So that's that. I think it liberates the possibility to believe that we can trust in each other again, and it's just been forgotten. So it's nothing new again. It's just like we are very basic beings. We run on programs. Same like computers. We run on that. It doesn't mean that we don't have consciousness or awareness. It's just we still have a body and we still have a machine. It's mechanics, like the way Elon Musk is just mechanics, and it makes sense. If I, for example, if I move my body, which I do very often, I'm continuously taking care, maintaining of my mechanical body, and programs that I learned through life, and I don't blame anyone anymore because I learned everything. I took all those lessons and I chose made those decisions for myself or whatever story I have. So the power is within me to change it as well, and I think everyone can do that, and everyone. It's about inspiration. Like I was thinking about inspiration the last few days. What is inspiration? And what I came to that as soon as I feel inspired by someone, let's say I see the first time someone dancing with fire, the inspiration gives me a sign that I already have that within and I can just start doing it. I don't need to learn. I don't need to go into school. I don't need to, like I will discover it. So that's how I discovered the flow with fire. Like I watched some videos to learn something, but mainly for me was not about getting some kind of move, to learning, but rather the moments of discovering the patterns, discovering the moves. It's a universe in itself. So about inspiration, I just wanted to share that, and I don't know if that resonates with everyone, but like for me, that was a interesting reminder, and now I will remember. As soon as I see someone inspiring me, I know I already picked it up, that energy. I'm already that. I don't have to wait. I don't have to. Yes, maybe my body, let's say if it's a physical, right, it's behind, but I know it will catch up. It's what Joe Dispenza is teaching. It's already happens in that moment, the quantum manifestation, where the projection from 5D reality shifts to 3D reality. It takes time for matter to change. So the body, for example, for me is healing, and I'm becoming better and better dancing in my form. And when I say better, is better than I was yesterday. When I did years ago. I'm not competing, but I'm just enjoying the improvements with myself and surprising myself of mobility, of what this physical machine is capable to do. Today, brother, I was walking here in the mountains and I saw a big post. I was like, oh, that looks cool. And I climbed almost to the top of that post, and it was maybe already 10 meters. And then I looked down. Whoa, shit, I'm high. I didn't even felt. I was just so effortlessly. And the same with dreams, the same with the rocket. Now I was sharing before you, but I can share a bit more. I just expressed my dream about the rocket. That maybe we will need a pink rocket right there on the hill. right somewhere there. Yeah, it's gonna be a pink rocket standing there in 2 months. And I just share my dream. And now people are came today, literally asked me, do I need any funding for that? Do I need money? And I haven't even thought about it, haven't dreamt like, yeah, I just trust that everything will show up. And that somehow interestingly works in me because I feel it feels like my first dream where I bringing from my imagination manifesting already. It's happening. The pink rocket is already building in many ways. It's falling pieces in places, even if it physically is still not there. But we already, the all the parts, all materials start coming together. Drawings, the painter already showed up. That's gonna paint it pink. Lights. Sarah will put the lights on it, so we're gonna have a VJ station in the top of the rocket. It just becomes reality, and it's by being dreaming big. I would say, or just being. For me, is being that, yeah, crazy. It's a bit feels like a crazy idea, but the more I share, the more I see it's needed. Yeah, and again, the purpose of all of that, I have no idea what is the purpose. I have no idea why I'm doing it. It just feels right. I'm following my feeling. I'm inviting everyone based on my feeling. Like it's just flow.
Do you think that there's how can more of us get into this feeling of trusting and flow versus having so many plans in our mind of making the next step happen? I think that so many of us, including myself, we try to be so strategic in our lives, like we have a um, something to do with it.
Mm,
Like it's really
yeah,
like all up to
exactly.
us, you know. It's I
Yeah.
think that there's a greater effort or a greater level of responsibility that comes through us, and the more we can surrender to that level of refinement, the less we actually have to do and the more we get to be. But what does that require from me personally is being in my heart and doing the things that I love to do. And so that means, having these conversations, opening up, listening, getting curious, continuously learning, um, sharing openly, building. And I find that many of us sometimes put ourselves in these boxes because we think that there is something that we need to do from a perception or a mind or maybe even a projection from somebody else around us to be a
So
success.
could you repack your question?
Well, it's not really a question, it's more of a statement. So it's like I just find
Yeah.
that there's a
I love it that it became a statement. So cool.
yeah, I just find that it's more of a we talked about it, it's more of a trust, and I think that in it was interesting to as I learned more about our history, that the divine economy and what like that means and how it's been actually around for
Mm,
generations.
mm, yeah,
But
yeah.
what the thing is that most people just didn't know about it. So although the Bitcoin community and Bitcoin is new in its technical abilities, the actual teaching and the essence of it has been around for a lot of generations. It just hasn't been expanded to a global awareness. And so it's
Yeah,
interesting to me that when you truly tap into that level of confidence and internal congruence, that all of a sudden you get to be part of the value for value economy. You get to be part of the it, and now it's just about growing that economy and continuously building, but you have to have trust in your limitless abilities to show up.
very cool. It's something really interesting. Like so, I love the way you call divine economy, and this is what it is fundamentally, I guess. And how do we know that we know? We don't, I guess. Again, we feel it's in a feeling, and it's more of a reminders. We spoke about that with you, brother, a lot about how we're going to make a logo that would last for thousands of years. So we want to already remind our future selves because we know we're going to be here around. Like, energy doesn't go away; it's just continuously transforming. So it's very fundamental way of operating. So and Bitcoin, if you remember, if you read that book, Bitcoin Standard, they also bring in, or the author brings into that island with those rice stones, and that is Bitcoin in an old way of using without technology. So we had Bitcoin, we have those principles already established, and probably they have been here from the beginning because it's just natural laws. There is nothing supernatural in Bitcoin. um, that's why I can relate to it so much. I just remember it's yes. Yes, uh-huh, that makes sense, okay, uh-huh, that also makes sense, that makes sense. And it just continues for for hours. um, so information is the key, and then the feeling is the choice of if that resonates or not. And we don't have to think, we don't have to overthink. It's just feeling is guiding already. Did we share to Atlantis? Not yet.
Not yet, no.
Can you share? Just tell that it's recording and streaming, so the mask's on if somebody wants. Helmets on.
I don't know where to find. Hold on a second. Mm. Mm-hmm.
Палаточка, что я просил. Excuse me, I'm just gonna mute. Be back. Oh, oh man, I made a new rocket. It's a new rocket, brother. I'm showing you.
I can't see. Hold on.
And then, oh, Bitcoin Atlantis. I'm gonna share. Is that the one we can join, right? But not the streaming.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you have the streaming now, YouTube?
Yeah.
I will add a recording and streaming. I so you know. It's good. Somehow I wanna warn everyone before I know the privacy. It's important for many people here.
Andrew's coming.
Yay! Here we go, Mister. Here we come.
What's up, brother?
There it is.
Big
Morning,
day.
fellas. Or afternoon, I
Morning.
guess.
Morning, brother. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling pretty good. I'm working. Kids are at basketball, so I've got maybe an hour to get some work done, and then family time.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good to
How
see
you guys doing?
Fucking amazing. Loving life,
Yeah?
brother. Every day.
Yeah,
Every
it's
day
pretty
just
cool.
keeps getting better and better.
Yeah, it's shining, polarizing. I built a new rocket. I thought I showed you yesterday. Look at this one.
That's awesome, man.
Cork.
That's so cool. Yeah.
It's from
That's
Cork.
super, super cool. Of course. What else do you have in Corky Town but Cork? That's it.
Of course, of course. This is my table in two pieces.
Oh my gosh.
Whoa! Like this.
I'm jealous.
Of course,
I actually haven't shown you.
Quirky life.
I gotta show you. I wonder if I can swap. Yeah, I can swap. Well, I got this guy chilling. Charlie, you gonna come?
What's up, Charlie?
Let's do a little tour here. I don't know if I've shown you guys my backyard. This is my little
Not
my
yet.
little my little slice. I got some guava trees right here. So sometimes we'll get
Nice.
guava. Wonder if I have any. Oh, yeah, there's one. See a little guava.
How does
popping up.
guava? What is guava and how does it taste?
Guava it's like a pink fleshy fruit and it tastes it's really hard to explain guava because it's so delicious. It's like a Hawaiian fruit. It's kind of like passion fruit, but not as it's not like jelly or anything. It's got more of like a crunchy texture to it, but it's sweet, it's tasty. I like it. And then lemon tree.
Okay.
So lots of
Amazing.
nice lemons. And then this is like our hill. We've just got, well, clearly slide for the kids. And then I've got some
Clearly.
avocado trees and stuff. And
Whoa!
Nice.
Suburban life, man. Little jacuzzi.
Suburban.
Yeah. This is LA suburb life, man. Every house looks the same. You just build houses. But yeah, we did a lot of work on our backyard. So I've got orange trees and lemon trees and apple trees. So these are apples.
Nice.
And these are some oranges, some lemons and
a
stuff.
lot of going on.
Yeah, and we
A
just
lot of
like to
going
pick
on.
at our fruit. And
That's
we
And
have
good.
do you
grapevine
spend
too.
a lot of time at home?
Yeah.
Ladders.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And then this is a grapevine actually, and it's just starting to pop again. So we get some nice like grapes late in the season, just kind of
Wow.
little tasty grapes. Pop them in your mouth. What's up, buddy? Yeah.
That's
So
cool.
that's a little tour of my place. But yeah, I spend a ton of time at home. Because I work from home, but then when the
Mm.
kids get here, we usually will go up to the park and we'll go visit family. And we have events all the time. Like we went out last night and the kids slept over at the parents, and we went to this big like gala for our kids' school. So we met all like, the parents of our kids' friends, like that kind of stuff. You just do suburban stuff.
Yeah, cool. Eric was
What
going
about
into
you guys?
some Disney experience yesterday. What was going on there, Eric?
No, I went to. It's called a home and garden show. So it was actually like all about how to make your home and garden, which is fascinating that you're bringing it up, more artistic, more expressive, more
Mm.
comfortable, more like
Ooh.
homey, um, more feeling like it's your castle. So you don't really need to go out of the house, like although you need
Mm.
to, but like making it very much like more nature oriented. And so that's what I love is like what I see in your home. You're really focusing on bringing those like it's amazing that you're gardening, you have like this great space for the kids.
Yeah.
I think that this is so important, right? Because we forget like the cities, they're so often stacked on top of each other. And you know it's it's fascinating because even in the Roman times, when Rome was really, really wealthy and they were taking over a lot of these countries, they invited a lot of people to come live for free inside of the cities. And once this happened and they started running out of funding or money, they started going out and starting to create more war and to get more funding. And then they started taxing more people inside of the cities. And so it's fundamentally fascinating
Mm.
hearing these types of stories because you see how cities have become the construct of the Roman Empire, and how
Mm-hmm.
the taxation has actually come from that
Mm.
that role of going out to conquer, going out
Mm-hmm.
to take over, and then taxing the people uh, to fund their own campaigns in life,
Mm-hmm.
campaign creation. So it's interesting how this is all it all comes together. It's all fascinating. But like, and I see now that more of us, if we go out and we leave the cities or we go into suburbia or we spend more time, building our homes, our castles, our gardens, and it's more educated, we're paying more attention, then we start to create a more level of like freedom within ourselves, so that we can do the things that we all love to do, which is like spend time with family, meet other parents, get to know their perspectives, listen, play with our kids, play by ourselves, whatever, right? So
Yeah.
it's
Mm.
interesting how things start to shift back to the old way, or the more natural way of living.
Yeah. We're hearing that a lot from our friend groups. Yeah. But
It's
we've
People
important.
got
moving out.
Char, you're fine. But we do. You have some noise. Yeah, but that all of this work, by the way, was really my wife. She's got the green thumb and she loves, like, she propagates plants. We've got some crazy, like, I didn't show you one, but we have this like 13-year-old monstera. So it's this massive plant. Here, I'll show it to you. It's wild. It's a very
Please.
expensive plant. And my this is so LA, but our landscaper is the same landscaper that did like Jim Carrey's house. So he's extremely good, and this was a gift from him. So check out this thing right here in the corner.
Wow.
Yeah, this thing is
Oh
like
my
really
gosh.
expensive.
Yeah. You
Yeah,
know there
like
is albino, like with white leaves.
yeah, yeah,
I think the same plant, huh?
yeah. But anyway, she's got fiddly fig trees and stuff, and we're still like
Amazing.
moving things around. So this is all my
Do you
wife.
have any? Is there any rockets in the garden?
There are, yeah, because my kids have the little rocket toy that they stomp on and it shoots rockets.
Yeah, of
Yeah,
course.
I find rockets and I find Nerf darts everywhere. We used to have massive Nerf battles in our backyard, but Charlie finds the darts and then he eats them. So we gotta keep it together. Ooh, two last things that are fun. Here is some mint for whenever I like to make some tasty beverages. And then this is like a little tangerine tree too, and my bicycle and my kids' bikes and stuff. Yeah, man.
Cool,
I
man.
love the suburban life. All right. Well, I wanted to say good morning to you guys, and then I got to drop off so I can knock this thing out before the kiddos come home. But I miss
Wow,
y'all.
means a lot.
Yeah, we
Means a
miss
lot
you,
Yeah.
for
brother.
you jumping
It's
in.
so good.
Fun.
Yeah, I will. If you guys keep hosting stuff, I mean, every weekday, just pop it in for 5 minutes doesn't mean anything. It's kind of like a nice
Yeah,
say hello to friends and then get back to work.
Absolutely.
definitely.
And we
Yeah,
get to
much
then
love.
see what's
All
happening.
right.
So it's good to see you, brother.
I miss you guys, and yeah, we'll keep things going and catching up. I've got just a whole backlog of work, and I started a new project on Monday, which I had
Of course you
been
did.
trying to work. Yeah, I've been like talking about this project for like 3 months, and then right when my other company is like ready to go, they came back to me and they're like, "Hey, let's meet on Monday and kick this off." It's like, all right,
Let's go.
when
Let's
when
go.
it rains, it pours, baby. So I just gotta go heads
Yes.
down and
When
get
it
it
rains,
done.
it pours. That's
That's
a new
it.
my mantra. When it
Hey,
rains, it
bro.
pours. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. So I might be a little quiet for a couple of weeks because I just have a just unreal amount of stuff I got to get done.
Yeah. Let me know
What
if
do
you
you
need
need?
any support.
Got it. The actually you guys will get tapped in quickly because that crowdfunding campaign with Geyser, I'm pushing with Mick and got to understand what he needs from me, but that'll be my really big
Nice.
the Bitcoin
I met
community push is going to be
I
a really big event that I'd like to engage you guys in.
I met with the developers of Geyser, so I'm connected with with one at least. So if you
Perfect.
need a connection,
Perfect. Is that Filippo that you connected with?
Pipello, maybe it's a
Yes.
Filippo.
Yeah.
Pipello,
Yeah. Yeah.
Pipello.
Italian. He's a genius, by the
Mhm.
way, dude. He's a
Yeah,
mathematician. Oh my gosh. Yeah. When I'm
of
so
course he
excited for
is.
him to look at my stuff. He's brilliant. But yeah, I'm in
Cool.
touch with Mick too. So I will follow up. Yeah, we're all friends
Oh, nice. You
from
have
Bitcoin
cool,
Atlantis. We're all buddies.
amazing.
Yeah.
Let's
That's why
go. Let's
that
build
little
it.
he's in our little group too, the Telegram, the Bitcoin Atlanteans. We got
Oh,
28 strong so far. I love that group. That's the other
yeah,
thing. Keep that group going because people in there are busy and they need resources. Like Elena's
yeah.
coming up on her launch, and I want to make sure we're supporting her. And yeah, just keep that group going too. Like everything you guys have been doing. You ping stuff, you throw out the Zoom link, just keep doing it.
Thank you for
Love you
invitation then,
guys.
or encouragement.
Yes, you're doing it. I love you guys.
Okay.
It's
Love you.
just great to connect. I need that connection because I do get stuck in my little office in here. Hey, don't eat my bicycle. Don't eat my bicycle. Ooh, this is really cool, by the way. This bike was my grandfather's and he gave it to me. This thing's older than me. It's like a 1978 Moto Bacane. So I love this thing. I used to ride it, but I'm kind
Nice.
of it's a little uncomfortable. And then that's actually my great grandfather, David Alexander Easton. He was a tailor in San Francisco and he used to be like a bare knuckle boxer.
What is
Wow.
bare knuckle boxer?
Like
Ah,
like he
like
used to
without straight,
yeah, yeah,
man to
he
man.
was a tough guy. He was a tough
No
guy. And then my
bullshit. No,
grand
no, no shitcoin in between. In between.
no. Yeah, he was a tough. Look at it. Look at that tough man. That's my great grandpa, and you don't mess around with
Yeah,
that man. So, anyways, cool stuff in my
I know
office.
you have
Ooh, and
that
one more.
energy.
Yeah, and one more fun toy. Ooh.
Yeah, this one we need to have it everywhere.
I will bring it. I'll bring it. I don't know how
Amazing.
this is going to do on an international flight in storage, but I will try to bring it to Corky Town because it's quite fun.
Yes, yes, sir.
Wait, you said you go to Burning Man, right?
Maybe
You have been in the past. Stop it. Do
I
not
have
eat my
been.
bicycle, dude.
I have
Sit
been,
down.
and I
Sit down,
will
sit down,
go
sit
for
down.
sure.
Okay, because if I'll bring it to that. I'm looking to go to that. Maybe not this year, but next year if it plans out, that'd be really
Yeah,
fun.
let's have fun together.
Yeah, a little flamethrower on the Mesa.
Oh
We'll
yeah.
put a little shrimp on the Barbie.
Oh yeah.
All right, my friends, I will let you go. Always a joy to see both of your beautiful, shining faces, and keep it going.
Talk to you when I talk to you. Have fun with whatever you do.
You got it, buddy.
Keep it a bit weird. Don't forget about weird. We need a bit
You
weird.
got it. Okay, I like
You
that.
got
That's good encouragement. I'm the opposite. I'm always trying to unweird it because I'm like, no one else is gonna like this.
Like otherwise it gets boring, brother. Like
I like that.
if it's
I
too
like that a
serious,
lot.
if we take it too serious, then we it's a sign.
I like that. All right, I will. I'll keep it weird. Thank you, friend. All right, love you, bros.
Much love.
See you later.
Love you.
Thanks for showing up. Thanks for
You got
showing
it.
up. Oh, so sweet of him jumping in and just saying hi. I love it. It's so beautiful.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
Where do we go from here? What's on your heart?
Nothing. I
Nada.
think I'm going to. I think I'm gonna go and do some reading. I'm reading some stuff. I got VJ Boyapati coming on the show tomorrow. Also, Dr. Shafali from Oprah, and yeah, I need to go do a little bit of reading on them and learn a little bit about them more just to prepare myself for tomorrow. So I'm gonna go and do that and yeah, just have a good rest of the day.
Beautiful. It was like a funny day. All right, brother. So much love. I'm gonna do also. No, I'm not doing anything anymore. So I leave nothing I done. Undone. Yeah, it's easy. All right. Much love, and
love.
we see you tomorrow. And we're gonna do it again.
Yeah, you bet, bro. Big love. Talk to you soon.
Talk to you soon. Thank you.
Ciao.